close our eyes for a minute. That I might see visions of truth thou hast for me. Open my eyes, Lord, that I might see visions of truth thou hast for me. Silently now, Lord, I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my ears, Lord, that I may hear voices of truth thou sendest so clear. And while the wave notes fall on my ear, everything false will disappear. Silently now, Lord, I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to see. Open mine eyes, Lord, illuminate me, Spirit divine. And they all said, Amen. Hallelujah. So that is one of the hymns that is really called a prayer hymn. Okay? And so the last time we were together, and we talked about the kinds of things that we think about. Okay? And we said that what we think about determines our reality. We remember that? Now, anybody remember the example we gave? When you said you didn't quite get it, what example did I give? Anybody can help them out? Go ahead. Go ahead, speak it. If you're in the habit of thinking about candy, I'll give you a hint. Remember? Go ahead.
If all you think about is candy, then all you ever want is candy.
And there are consequences to what? Your thought life, right?
Yes.
And what? So if you keep on eating too much sweets,
You're going to crave them.
you're going to crave them more. Therefore, you're going to take in more, and you're going to become what? Addicted. And some of the medical results, you can become overweight, huh?
You could have severe heart
And that's what? Unhealthy. Say again. You speak up a little louder. Okay. All right. So that's just a reminder. So we said what we got to do is, in order to begin to think healthy thoughts, what we've got to do is change what we think about. All right? And so I said I was going to give you a list of words. And the first word I gave you was put those down. The first word I gave you was what? True. True. Huh? True. Now, here's the definition for true. That which is in accordance with fact or reality. That which lines up with the facts of reality. The reality is, the fact is, Pastor Nicholas is a man. That's a fact, right? I don't have to prove that. You can look at me, huh? And you can look at yourself and say, in the mirror and say, I'm a woman or I'm a what? Amen. That's a fact, right? All right. So that's what true means, all right, as a working definition. Now, the ways that you see yourself, here's the question this morning, are they accurate or exact or true? The ways that you see yourself, are they accurate? Are they exact? Are they true? Or are they maybe distorted by how what? Other people see us? Huh?
True.
True? Huh? Okay, so the way that you see yourself, that's the reality. So let me ask you a question. Then why do we get upset when someone says something that is untrue about us? Why do we get so upset if we know what is really true?
Because they don't perceive us as what we would like to be perceived as.
Aha. So you need to be what? Confirmed by people to feel good about yourself? Is that true?
No, but it's a habit of human nature.
Aha, okay. So, is it a healthy habit?
No, but it's a habit nonetheless.
Seeing yourself through other people's eyes is unhealthy. And it needs to what? You need to what? Begin, because if you discover something is what? Out of order, you begin a process of what? Correcting. And the way to correct how you see yourself and not worry about how others see you is to what? To begin to know yourself. And then once you know yourself, then no matter what anyone says about you, we love everybody to what? Love us. Huh? Just as we are. Huh? But what? The reality is, 50% of the time, people are going to not like you. And if you ask them, why is it that you don't like me? What are they going to say? What are some of the things they're going to say?
Because I don't like you. Sometimes because.
Just because? So they don't really what? Kinda?
Sometimes they might say that you're annoying.
Okay, yeah. But many times it's what? I don't really know why I don't like. I just don't like you. Huh? And so as a result, you can never what? Have a healthy relationship with what? That person, because the way they see you is based upon what they don't even know what it is. Amen? So, all right. So, how can you know the truth about you? That's the next question. How can you know the truth about you? Just think of some ways that you have in the past. Okay,
Everyone knows who they are, they just choose to cloud that knowledge by the perception of others and project those perceptions onto themselves. Therefore, they just need to ignore the perceptions of others and dig down deep to figure out the fact, who they really are and remember that.
Yeah, I love that word. She said, figure out. See? It's a process. We're always what? In the process of what? Discovering. Huh? Self-discovery, huh? And as we discover more about ourselves, we become comfortable with with what? Who we are, not who others think we are or what? Say we are, right? Okay, you got a comment.
I forgot to say.
Okay, if it comes to you, just raise your hand. Okay? So, what if I told you that each one of you, and I'm being real, what if I told you that each and every one of you are fearfully made, fearfully and wonderfully made? See, because you might look in the mirror and say, oh, I don't like this about me. I don't like that about me. Or what? Others may look and say, well, I don't like, okay? But what if I told you, go ahead.
we are all created with a purpose, to my opinion, and we are all created with perfections and imperfections that are supposed to go hand in hand with each other and coincide to make a marriage of a beautiful human.
Aha. Okay. So, we're going to go to the Bible for a minute. In Genesis 1:26, it says this. Let us make man, meaning mankind, the human race, let us make man after our own image and our own what? Likeness. So one of the things that we can conclude from that is that what? Our image is like God, who what? Created us. So if the one who created you says you're good, says you're beautiful, says you're creative, says you're gifted, says you have great potential, then does it really matter what anyone else says? No, no, no. Huh? So, because as we come to know who we are and whose image we are made in the likeness of, we'll discover that all of us are beautiful. And it has nothing to do with the outside, it has to do with what's on the what? Inside. And what's on the inside is what you constantly would think as a habit, right? So if you think healthy thoughts or positive thoughts, you will eventually be what? More healthy. If you continue to think what? Negative thoughts about yourself, your people, your neighborhood, your country, your world, then you're going to see it that way. Huh? And so if you look out at your world and you see it in a negative way, is that gonna inspire you to get involved with? You're gonna what? That what? You're gonna retreat into your yourself, huh? All right. So it's very important what you normally think. So we're gonna take 1 minute as we normally do, okay? And be silent and think about whatever was said in these few minutes. Think about that thing and think about the word true. Let us take that minute, close our eyes, and hear what we speak to ourselves based upon what we heard. What about we discovered that we are fearfully and wonderfully made? What about what other people think? Quiet. What about what other people think? Should that be important to us? What do I know to be true about me? What do I love about me? Next week, we're going to move to true, and true is a word talking about facts, but truth is another thing. And next time we're going to talk a little bit about what is truth. Huh? What is truth? Can you know the truth? Let me just throw that out there. Yes, so that's a good place to start.
What is truth is a matter of opinion.
Truth is a matter of opinion, huh? Somewhat? Sometimes. All right, okay. All right, very good. Okay then, so what we want to do as we close this part of our activity and move into our art activities, we want to introduce ourselves to Hope United, so that when I show this to Hope United, and you can go on YouTube and see yourself, okay? I promise you I'm going to get it uploaded, okay? Don't promise you today, but I'll get it uploaded, okay? All right. So Connor, if he could take his attention away from his beautiful work of art there. Connor, would you stand and wave? Were you here when you told, what did you say? Hi, hello, Hope United. My name is Connor.
I don't think I was here. I think I was in the back.
Okay, so that's, go ahead, so you start, okay? Go ahead and stand, and the next person, so on. Look at the camera, wave at Hope United.
Not you, liars.
Shh. Go ahead.
Hello, Hope United. My name is Sanaya.
Thank you, Sanaya. Next person.
Hello, Hope United. My name is Molly.
Thank you, Molly.
Hello, Hope United. My name is Demaria.
Thank you, Demaria. Next.
She
Next.
sometimes takes a while. She likes to giggle whenever it's her turn to talk.
Okay, you ready now? Huh? Come on. Huh? Okay, all right, go ahead.
Hello, Hope United. My name is Jeffrey.
All right, Jeffrey.
Hello, Hope United. My name is Ken.
All right.
Hi, Hope United. My name is Ezra.
Ezra.
Hope United. My name is Elijah.
Elisha.
Your turn. Hi, my name is Naya. Look. Hi, my name is Naya.
Avat, thank you. And Connor.
Hello, Hope United. My name is Connor.
Okay, and now our friend here, come on. Come on. Come on. You can remain. Come on. Come on. All right. Hey, come, give her a hand. Come on. All right, come on. All right, give her a hand. Come on. Come on. Come on.
3, 2. Hello, Hope United. This is Alicia.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Amen. So I thank you very much for your participation and kindness. And now we're going to move into that part of our work where we allow the creative spirit that is in us to produce beautiful things. Okay? So as soon as
Pastor, last time you never taught me how to do that.
I didn't, well,